Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. Jeez, they don't even want to let their guys get a drink of water. All right, third quarter, let's get to it. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. First down, it's Tannehill. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Tannehill hands to Dre. He can't bring him down.
The weight room does work.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Tannehill on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? You're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
Tyler Lockett was the target there, and it's second down. In the slot on the right is Graham. Second and 10 now. Wilson. Under pressure, he's going to go down. Look at this, way back around the 43. Mario Williams in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
You got to figure that Mario Williams thinks to himself, if one sack is good, why not go ahead and get a second one? And that's what he just did there. I don't know how you block a man of his size, especially if he lines up as an outside linebacker and crashes off the edge.
It's just a nightmare for an offense. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They come out here in the eye. 380. They'll start the drive with Dre. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big pickup there on the run. 34 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. On first and 10, Tannehill dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Give him 11 on the gain there. And the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
in the red zone this time. They come up in an offset eye. Now it's Ajayi. And he'll push his way up to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. So they're on the 5-yard line here, 2nd down and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Cliff Averill in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
But every now and then you just absolutely outguess yourself. 3rd and inches, and they decide not to run the ball. You end up seeing the end result.
The end result was not good. They elect. Back now in Seattle, Washington, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Here's Franks now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out in the pistol. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They set up the screen to Rawls. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So incomplete on 1st. Let's see what 2nd down has in store. Second and 10. It's Wilson again. Going to Rawls on the dump off. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It'll be a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Again, Wilson. He's got Curse. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Jermaine Curse, 55 yards. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Now Damian Williams to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. They come out here in the eye. A handoff to the right side. It's Drake looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now Tannehill. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So here we go now. An extra defensive back in there on 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down. Tannehill. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Matt Garr now as he's on to punt for Miami. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Mario Williams getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Complete outright to Kurz. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it. And nobody was open downfield there. Looked like a pretty clear throwaway.
Yeah, definitely was that. I'm wondering why there wasn't intentional grounding. I know they're saying there's a receiver there in the area. Those darn quarterbacks, they get away with everything.
Spoken like a true defensive back, Mr. Davis.
Did that come out?
It did.
Okay.
Just a 30-yard punt that time. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Tannehill on 1st down. And Cameron has it over the middle. Fights off another.
I think the second tackler would have learned from the first.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it down in. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. 2nd down and the offense needing 5 yards. Right back to Drake. And he's going to fight his... And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. Third down now following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Tannehill. And Stills over the middle. And he'll get nothing out of that one. The Dolphins can't convert on fourth down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Well, you feel the excitement build on those fourth down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on fourth down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench. They're elevated now. Big stop on fourth down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. He'll look to throw. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. That one goes for 24 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They had no timeouts. And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done. He's back to throw. It's caught. Block it. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A pressure spot now for a guy who's been here before, and that's Stephen Hauschka. This to tie things up in the final minute. And Hauschka's kick is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through. I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now Tannehill. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Second down now after the pass completion. Tannehill. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And quickly, they get to the line.
Tannehill now to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Now Tannehill, and that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Parker unable to get that one, and it's third down. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect that.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
Now it's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. Dolphins going on fourth. It's Tannehill. He's going to float this one deep right side. And no, it's incomplete. Well, the entire 2015 season featured no ties in the National Football League, but we get one here in the 2016 season, don't we?
Yeah, and it's really odd because to go through the whole time and not have that happen, because teams tend to get a little more conservative at times when you get to overtime. That's why the ties often result. But as you said, in 2015, not at all. But here we are here. Have one going.
By the way, the last tie, if you're scoring with us at home, and if you are, God bless you. October 2014, the Bengals and the Panthers in Cincy, they tied 37 apiece.
Did you have that one yourself, or did you get that one from Marvin?
No, I was taking a nap. Nothing between these two teams for 4 quarters. Here we go to begin overtime. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Throwing is Wilson. Oh, and it's intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who could help.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying sorry. The speaker's so blown, no one knows what it is, but we keep it on repeat 'cause we don't want it to end. We got the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives. And the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back just shaking our heads. But right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it just act